Sorry, we're lamenting Mike Trout.
I was going to say, talking a little behind-the-scenes sports, but with that, we're also talking about Al Hebert in the Friday feed because he's at a great spot this morning, and the food looks phenomenal.
Nothing to lament over there.
Nope.
He is having a good time. Tchoup's Midcity restaurant, fine place, great food, and Al Hebert.
Hey guys, you know what? The food here is killer. The old-fashioned. You got to come for the old-fashioned. That is magical. Hey, I'm with Katie O'Hara, who is the chef here. Katie, what are we about to do?
We're going to make our brisket fried rice.
Brisket fried rice. That
Yes,
sounds
sir.
terrific. Now, what do we have here? What goes in?
So we have our seasonal vegetables, our seasoned jasmine rice, our 14-hour smoked brisket, and some herbs, aromatics, and a little scrambled egg.
Oh, wow. That sounds great. I love it. So let's get started.
Okay. So like I said before, we kept kind of our same concept of utilizing our proteins, right? So we smoke our brisket and our pork butts for about 14 hours. So instead of having it on a meat plate, you get to eat it in a composed dish, which we think is really fun. We season our rice with a little bit of sriracha and soy sauce. And then we have our chopped brisket and our seasonal vegetables.
Wow. Now, what kind of vegetables are in there? I see some onions, maybe
Onions, carrot. We have a little bit of breakfast radish. They have a nice little crunch to them. Then we add some fresh ginger. I like fresh ginger. It's very like Asian fusion, I guess, but it gives it a nice little sharp kind of bite.
Now, you kind of make that look easy. When I make fried rice, I know it's this huge process. This is a much easier process than what I do.
I will do that. So once we get pretty close to finishing, we'll add our herbs. We have basil, mint, and some cilantro in there. And we'll add our egg.
Oh, nice. And she didn't get any shell in there, which I think is amazing. Wow. Now, how hot does your skillet get when you're doing this so you don't overdo it? Is there a...
Well, for fried rice specifically, you want your pan super hot.
Oh, really?
Roaring hot, yes. You can kind of get a nice crust on your rice, which is pretty traditional. And you want your vegetables not to be too soggy, so the really hot pan makes them soft enough to eat, but not raw, so you're just kind of chewing on them.
Now, what kind of oil do you use?
This is just some regular canola oil.
Okay.
It has a high smoking point. That way you saw when I first put everything in here, it got super smoky.
Right, yes.
If you use like extra virgin olive oil, that's going to burn right up.
Right. What about sesame oil? Have you ever used...
Oh, I love sesame oil.
Yeah.
It is a nice nutty favorite.
Now, does that have a high smoke point, or, I mean, where does it stand on that scale?
I think it's kind of in the middle. It's kind of close to like avocado oil. You use it more for like the flavor enhancement, the nuttiness that it offers, as opposed to like cooking everything in that.
I mean, I use a lot of sesame oil for stuff like that.
All right.
Wow. Okay, now
we're going to plate her up.
Oh, wait. So we're going to plate this up. And, oh, man, that looks really good. I like the colors.
Nice.
So we're going to come back. We're going to try this in our next segment. We're going to go to Storm Track 15 meteorologist, Adam Olivier. Oh, that...